Let's ride. Unify leadership. Light the flame, turn it up loud, remember the name. Unify leadership. Power and pride, we don't just talk, we testify. Unify leadership. Heart and grind, purpose and rhythm, perfectly timed. Bass hit heavy, croppers and rhythm, purpose and rhythm, perfectly timed. Bass hit heavy, crowd on sway. Culture clay, truth and play. Sifu Rafael, calm control, leaders in sync. Hearts gold, focus sharp, the mission clear. Every step forward, silence the fear. Discipline dripping, confidence how we move together, we amplify. Who we are, unified. What we lead, unified. Stand tall, unified. Every time, unified leadership. Raise that bar, leaders in rhythm, born to spar. Raise that bar, leaders in rhythm, born to spar. Steady and true, the sound of the few that follow new. Strong alive, this is the beat where leaders thrive. Unified leadership.
Good morning, good morning. I hope everybody's doing phenomenal this morning. I believe Coach Theo Clay will be with us shortly. I hope that you are having an exceptional day so far. Today, the topic is pressure makes leaders. For me personally, I believe that, listen, some people use a pressure cooker in order to make this delicious meal. But sometimes we need pressure, just like a diamond needs pressure to form. What kind of pressure have you been under? What kind of pressure has forged you to become the person that you need to be? And that's why I love this topic, because I was in the gym this morning and I could not gain anything without the pressure, without putting extra weight on. So every day it's a challenge, it's a pressure, but it's how you look at the pressure that you're in front of. Is it something that's hurting you, or is it something that's building you? I always look at pressure as a building block, if you will. So for me, that's the kind of pressure that I look at. How do we build? How do we evolve as a person who wants to lead? Think about, I'm going to say it right now, and it's okay if you don't like what I say. Jesus, he was under pressure to do what everybody wanted him to do. Yet, the pressure was to follow. But you cannot follow when you're the leader. And as a leader, we need to build other leaders. There's nothing wrong with the following. There is absolutely nothing wrong with somebody following you. But you cannot build the next empire. You cannot build the next huge corporation with only followers. You have to develop leaders. And leaders are the ones that are going to take your vision and expand on it. And that's why it's so important for us to be able to have leaders in our space. Good morning. Good morning. Glad to have joined us this morning. Thank you so much for being here with us. So what kind of a leader are you shaping yourself to be? Do you see the pressure that really generates growth? For me, every day is pressure. Look, Coach Theo Clay wrote this book, right? And in it, you can already see, yes, he was incarcerated. And from there, he could have stayed there. And that pressure alone could have kept him down, but it didn't. It brought something out in him. It made him understand who he really is, who he needed to become. Good morning, Emilio. Everybody who has ever had pressure as a leader, as an entrepreneur, and if you're an entrepreneur, you know you're already a leader. Every day when we challenge ourselves to move forward, to understand where we are, how do we evolve as a leader? here's the interesting thing. Many leaders put undue pressure on themselves, pressure that is not needed, but they do it. They don't recognize their own value and they put pressure on themselves. And for me as a leader, I have to understand what I'm strong at and what I'm weak at. And every day I challenge myself with pressure to go deeper and to understand who I am becoming. Because yesterday taught me the lessons. But if I don't reflect back on my yesterday, how can I make my tomorrows better? So every day is a challenge. Every day there's pressure. We're under pressure consistently, whether it's payroll, whether it's rent, whether it's merchandising, whether it's advertising, marketing, accounting. Every day there's this pressure. How do we keep ahead of it? How do we stay on top of the things that are pulling us back down? So consider the pressure of every day. We're faced with choices, with decisions, and sometimes those decisions create huge, huge pressure. So yes, personally, I'm very much under pressure with trying to reach out and put what God has appointed me to. Yes, God has appointed you. I love that part. I love that part. God has appointed you, and you understand that it is important for you to do your due diligence, to follow through. Some people feel the pressure and they stop. But sometimes the pressure is to tell you to keep going, to push through, to become the bigger person that you are supposed to be. We didn't understand pressure that much when we were young, when we were little. Think about the pressure of trying to walk when we only knew how to crawl. And we didn't let it stop us. Every fall became a new opportunity to try again. So anytime we feel the pressure, we have to push through. So pressure, push, pressure, push, pressure, push. Now, some pressure you don't push. You may have to pull. You may have to pull other people in to help you understand where you are. So definitely understanding your values, understanding who you are as a human being is going to define how you show up. Emilio, yes. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Yeah, pressure is one of the reasons many people avoid leadership. Absolutely true. But real leaders understand that pressure is not the enemy. No. You have a choice at this point to make pressure your friend, your guiding light, if you will. It's the proving ground. It really is. So thank you for sharing this, Amelia. I really appreciate it. And anybody else who wants to share as well, appreciate you doing so because it allows me to get into it with you. So my military career taught me to lead from the front. I may not have always been the most polished communicator, but people knew one thing. Yeah. And, to say that yourself that you may not have been the most polished communicator, it's accepting. And that's what allows the pressure to build in a positive way. But people knew one thing, and this is the important part. If they gave it to Emilio, I would see it through. And maybe your name is not Emilio, but Emilio knew himself and he allowed it to come through to him so he can follow through. And follow through is part of the pressure that we don't want to always take on, because leaders are going to be facing pressure consistently. Listen, Coach Theo and I have an event coming up. It's going to be August 21st. The question is, will we follow through? We already have all the people. Let me share with you some of the things that are going to be happening, and I am just beyond excited. So I got to find it here. But meanwhile, I'd love to get some more questions or comments or just your opinion on what pressure makes a leader. Because leaders go through the pressure, especially when you're starting something new, something that has never been put out there. The pressure is you're not good enough. It's not going to work. It will not happen for you. You're not gifted. You're not smart. And if you allow those pressures to enter your world, it's going to be not going to be cool. It's not going to be fun. So what I want to share with you right now is StreamYard changed everything on me. I apologize. So I'm trying to figure out, where is everything now? Okay, let me try to get an image file here. Okay, cool. It's starting to happen. So for the speakers that we're having, I'm just beyond thrilled. Let me share a bunch of them with you. For example, we're going to have the most amazing person who is under pressure all the time because he's a performer. He's an actor. He's just finishing shooting a movie. And while he was in the process of shooting the movie, he just is wrapping up. His other movie just came out, and that's called The Veteran. And for those veterans out there, man, thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you, Emilio, for your service. Thank you, Coach Theo Clay, for your service. Thank you, everybody who's ever served. Thank you to my brother Caesar, who was also a Marine. He was a paratrooper. And I got to tell you, he's still in it. He's in the reserves, and he's been doing it forever. And he's stepped up, and he's always been ready to step in and help out. And it's, yes, he has beautiful grown children now, but he's still in it. So when we consider pressure, how much pressure are we under every single day? That's the question. Let me share another person that's going to be with us as well. Here's another human being who is just powerful. Renee is an incredible leader. He's going to be part of our panel on August 21st. And all the topics that we're going to be talking about are based on leadership. Where do we lead from? Do we lead from the front, like Emilio said, or do we lead from the back? And I got to tell you, so many times we forget that leadership is not just from one position. Not from one. It's from every position. That's how I lead. Me personally, I am in the trenches every single day. When I'm teaching somebody how to communicate, I have to be able to communicate. So I have to be able to be doing it. When I'm teaching someone how to fight, I have to be able to fight. And yes, I will have them punch me in the face. That doesn't mean I'm going to get hit in the face, but I encourage them to please punch me in the face. because I am teaching them how to maneuver, how to block, how to be able to see a punch actually coming at you and know how to deal with it. If you've ever been punched in the face, you know the pressure. Because if you don't do something about it, it's going to happen again and again and again. And so we need to make sure that we're consistently taking action on all of the different things that pressure can build for each one of us. And here's another gentleman. Oh my God. Talk about he's got a company called Where Worship, and Stephen T. Miller. I gotta tell you, brother, incredible human being. He's going to be another panelist here with us in the program, taking care of what's most necessary. And I believe his shirt is called Seen, right? Have you been seen? So another incredible human being who's going to be joining us. I'm just going to keep sharing them with you because I am just beyond thrilled. Oh my goodness. Talk about leadership. Here's a human being who, wow, is not afraid of telling you about leadership, is not afraid about standing up for herself and being the true leader that she is. Every day when we encourage one another, I don't want to build followers. Followers are going to follow. My goal, my job is to build leaders. That's my job. That's what I'm looking to do on a regular basis, to build leaders. And sometimes it is through pressure. I'm going to share with you that the fact that when I work with leaders, and I do so, here's another incredible human being. Bethany, oof, a powerhouse. She ran a Montessori school. She was a Montessori school teacher. And if you know about Montessori, Montessori schools, you can't just become a school teacher and just go teach at a Montessori. You have to go through an additional, are you ready for this? 3 years of Montessori training. So Montessori schools are the highest level you could possibly go for schooling for your children. So if you ever get a chance to get your child into a Montessori school, kudos to you if you can do that. It's not easy to get in, by the way. It's not easy to get in. But is it worth it? Yes. Yes. So not yesterday, on Wednesday, I took 2 leaders and I promoted them. There were tears because I put them through hell. And the reason was because they can't be leaders if they don't know what it feels like to go through the pressure. There was anger, not on my part, on their part, one of their parts. And I didn't let it go. We have to go through the pressure cooker, if you will, so that we can come out brighter and better on the other side. Every day, we have to evolve as a leader. And when we can learn from the experience, it's powerful. So I know that God is using me, and my life is about how I have to truly be God's light as of Christ living inside my life, and to be a true source of the divine way of Christ in my life. God made you beautiful, made me beautiful, made every one of us beautiful in his own image. That's the beauty of it. Think about this, right? And I love the fact that you said a follower of Christ. Christ, oh, let's talk about Jesus. He had so many followers, but he only had 12 disciples. People who gave up everything in order to not only follow, but to learn from. Because there's a lot of people who maybe even follow me, maybe follow you, but do they learn from you? Do you allow them to become the leader they're supposed to be? That's the way I like to lead. It's very interesting when I learned my name. My title is Sifu and Rafael. So Sifu Rafael is my branding concept. But my name Rafael means of God. And when I learned that, that was such a powerful moment for me because it made me understand that I am made of God. He's in me. And it's the most beautiful gift that I have ever been given to understand that I was made in his image. Oof, that's a powerful thing. So no matter what amount of pressure I go through, I will follow Jesus Christ. I will follow God. But I will do my best to become one of his leaders as well. This is why I'm not afraid of who I may offend when I talk about God. Now, I'm not gonna harp on making you believe what I believe. You believe what you want to believe. We all know in the end what's going to happen for those of you who are true believers. If you consider the fact that he had so many followers, but only 12 disciples, and those 12 disciples touched so many. So that's true leadership right there. So my goal on a daily basis is how do I lead others so that they can become the best leaders, and then I'm teaching them how to develop other leaders. So one of the things that I do in order to teach leaders, I teach them how to teach. That's what I do. I do that every day. I specifically do it Saturday morning. I have a team, and my team of leaders is called SWAT. Let's talk about SWAT, right? We all have seen the show SWAT or the movie, or we know that the police departments have a SWAT team, right? Those are the elite, the ones that come in, they have precision, they have marksmen, not Marks Smiths, but people who not only can shoot well, but can think and follow directions, but also give directions. The ones that are the elite. So my SWAT team stands for something really interesting. And when I came up with it, it means something. So SWAT for me means S is special, right? SWAT, SWAT. So special winning is the W. because you're a special human being. You're a winner, right? So special winning attitude, that speaks volumes, because the word attitude is how you present yourself. Because when you present yourself in a light and heartfelt way, your attitude is going to help shape somebody else's perception of themselves, of how they show up. So it's special winning attitude. And the T is for team, because it's not about me, it's about us. So we are a team. So we're a special winning attitude team. And that's what SWAT means for my SWAT team, because I want them to be winning consistently. And they're special because they took the time. They're going through the pressure. I train them. They have to be physically active. Anybody in my SWAT team who is not physically active gets the boot. If you're not active, you can't be on my team. If you don't have the winning in your grasp, you cannot be on my team. And I don't mean you have to win every minute, but you have to be able to teach people that you're leading how to win. So that is the winning attitude. So special winning attitude. So I need to encourage those that are learning from me how to win, even when they may be failing at the moment. But to push through, to go through the pressure, to go through the fire, and understand that even though you may have not won today, or tomorrow, or the next day, persistence will get you there. Persistence will drive you in a way that really magnifies who you are, where you are, how you show up. And the T is pretty simple, team. I am going to not only work on myself, I'm going to help you work on yourself. By me helping you become a better person, I learn how to become a better person. So every single day, when we learn to win, we learn the difference of what it means to be a true winner. Now, here's another incredible human being. Let me grab his book for a quick sec over here. And I'm going to talk to you about Dr. Kevin Fickenshare, right? Dr. Kevin Fickenshare is in Nova Scotia right now, I believe. He is all over. He is making sure that people are winning. He's going to be one of our panelists on August 21st. When we can consider the amount of incredible leaders that we're going to have with us on August 21st, it's really outstanding. So he wrote this book on the persistence factor, right? And turning purpose into progress. And if you notice, I like the way this goes because it's never perfect, right? On your rise up, in the way that you level up, it's never perfect. There is going to be pressure. You have to continue rising. There may be turns, there may be valleys. You may have to go down to go up. But consistency, persistence is the most critical aspect of how you do things. Don't allow anyone, and sometimes it could even be family members, to tell you you're not worthy, you're not good enough. That's pressure. Because these are the people who are supposed to be lifting you up. Meanwhile, They may go, I don't know if you can do that. I don't think you're smart enough. Wow. Wow. That does happen. So thank you. I really appreciate you. And you showing up here, being part of conversation is huge. Thank you so much for showing up, for being here. And you're here every Friday, and I love that. Thank you so much. And I'm going to encourage you to tell other people about the show. If you're listening to the show for the first time or the 10th time, do me a favor, share the show with someone. Coach Teal is not going to be here with us today, so I will keep going for a little bit longer, and then we'll wrap it up, because I want to continue sharing with you some of the incredible people who are going to be joining us August 21st. And I hope you're going to be with us. I'm going to share with you right now how easy it is for you to be with us. So it's so simple. It really is. Where is, I'm going to grab it. I'm going to grab this here, August 20. Oh, here we go. So August 21st. It's really, really simple. It's our virtual summit. And I'm going to grab the website and I'm going to throw it on here so you can click on it. I'm going to put it in the comments as well, so you can definitely join us and be part of the conversation that we're having. So consider every day the pressures we go through. I have pressure. I'm going to tell you one of the pressures that I have currently. And it's the pressure of getting you to come and join us. That's the real pressure. I'm trying to get you to come and join us on this live. Yes, listening from Morehead City, North Carolina. Thank you. Really appreciate you for joining in. And like I said, I'm going to put it in here so some of you can join us. And I'm just going to throw let me grab this here. I'm going to create a new one, and I'm just going to, this is it right here. This is our website that you can come to and join us August 21st on the summit. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be 7 hours from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. But here's the other thing. We have a VIP, and the VIP gets an additional 90 minutes. So we're going to go all the way to about 5:30. And what happens with that is that we're going to go deeper into the mastermind. That's where we're going to get some real Q&As. And that's where we're going to bring people into the audience, if you will. We're going to bring you into the room. So you're not going to be on the outside anymore. This is an internal entry, because it's not going to be on StreamYard. It's not going to be a webinar type of thing. It's going to be where you can actually speak up, have your questions heard, answered, and just be part of it. Be part of the whole thing that we're doing. Let me grab some more incredible human beings who are going to be with us as well. Let me grab it over here and share with you another person who's going to be joining us. Now, if you want to talk about leadership, my goal has 3 companies, and oh my goodness, I have an incredible human being who's going to be joining us in a minute. Coach Teal Clay, whenever you're ready, just jump on. So Michael is going to be joining us as well. Michael has already started and has had hundreds of employees, 3 companies, and he's starting his 4th. He's starting his 4th company. Coach Teal Clay's in the house. Good morning, brother.
Good morning.
All right. So we are blessed that Coach Theo Clay is now with us. And so I've been sharing all the different people who are going to be with us. I'm going to go through a quick, I'm going to add another person here who's going to be joining us. And then we're going to, I think that's going to be everybody. So think about this, right? This young lady, dyslexic, was in a cult till the age of 14, not by her choice.
Wow.
So she is a therapist now. She helps people deal with the pressure. And we're talking about pressure makes a leader, the pressure that people have. Can you imagine the pressure she went through? And in order to be able to escape that and escape the fact that she could not read, could not understand the words that were written, and how to formulate a plan of how to learn.
Mm.
And now she's helping people as a therapist. And so her topic is going to be leadership based on relationships. And it's going to be incredible.
It's
So
gonna be good.
let me share with you every single person that's going to be here with us. So this is Michael, right? And we have Dr. Kevin, we have Bethany, we have Amy, we have Stephen, we have Renee, and we have Lancelot.
Man.
And like I said, Lancelot's just wrapping up his movie. He texted me he should be hopefully home this weekend. And I'm going to be with two incredible people coming up soon in, are you ready? Philadelphia. Is it
Mm.
Philadelphia?
Yeah, Philly.
And we are going to be together with our good brother Jose Escobar. So Lancelot, Coach Teo, myself, and a bunch of others are going to be in the room with Emilio, and we're
Yeah.
going to be there, and we're going to listen up. We're going to do something extraordinary. I don't know if I want to tell you what that is, but I want to tell you that it's just going to be extraordinary. The fact that just the four of us who know each other well are going to be in the room, and we're going to spend time with each other, and we're going to go to the meeting after the meeting after the meeting. It's going to be powerful.
Yeah,
So
bro.
let's talk about one thing here. Why is it important for anyone to understand that pressure doesn't burn you, doesn't hurt you, but pressure builds you? Coach Theo, go for it, brother.
Man, pressure makes leaders. I'm gonna be honest with you, Sifu. I can't. I'll be 50 August the 10th, Sifu.
Woo!
Yeah, man, big
Young
50.
man, young man.
I'll be 50, man. That it just seems so crazy. But when I think about it, to be honest, Sifu, man, I understand why. If God is willing between now and August the 10th, I can truly, truly understand that God has protected me, man. He's put his hedge around me, Sifu. He's
Sure is.
he's chastised me. He's groomed me. It's just so many different, aspects of it. But to turn 50, man, is I know you're not 50 yet. You're what, like 29, Sifu. So, you know.
Man, you make me sound old.
But I guess basically what I'm saying is I have to be honest. And at 8:30, man, my eyes were still shut, and I was
Really?
knocked out. Sifu, I was knocked
I hear
out,
you,
bro.
man.
My eyes open at 8:36, right? And before I opened my eyes, I was laying there and I was up, but I was like, man, I hope it's like 8:16. and 8:26 maybe, but it was literally 8:36. Sifu, I got in last night, man. I went to a concert last night, Sifu,
Nice.
in Atlanta, and when I got back, my wife said, "How was it?" And I said, "I realized that I'm not young anymore. I'm not young." It's so funny because pressure really does make leaders, man. It really
Mhm.
does. I'm a living example this morning, Seafood,
Yeah, I hear
and
you.
I'm grateful because man, I, the concert was amazing, bro. Like it's an artist that I've followed for a while. I love his music. His name is Jay Electronica. He's done a lot of work with Jay-Z and many other artists that I enjoyed, Most Def and many great artists. But it was a good concert, man. It wasn't a big concert, it was one of them little hole in the wall spots that
Mm,
only the true hip hop heads, are gonna come out for that type.
nice.
So, but I got to speak with him and sat with him and talk with him backstage. And man, we got to talking about Kentucky, man. And he's got Ali you know, kind of, embedded throughout his music, different sayings from Ali and some of his signature talking. But man, he's like, "You're a Clay, man." Like he just couldn't, he just kept saying, "Wow, bro, you're a Clay." He's like, "Man, if I could pick a last name, man, that would be the last name I would want. It's Clay." He was like, "We call him Muhammad, He was like, the whole reason why he changed his name." And it was just a great conversation, bro.
Mhm.
And I felt that energy and that vibe. Um, so man, I'll be honest, man, it wore me out, bro. Just being at that concert last night, man, I realized I'm about to be 50. And that's all I'm saying, man. Sifu, I was just like, wow, bro. Like I remember as a young man, I'm drinking and you know, as the Marine Corps journey, all the different concerts out west and all the different places I've lived and been. But last night, man, really, really showed me something different. And this morning, the pressure, bro, of man, my buddy's on there by us.
Setting
He's on there by himself, man. Like I saw in the comments, Emilio said it in the comments, man. Shout out to Emilio. He said, great topic, seafood. Pressure is one of the reasons many people avoid leadership. But real leaders understand that pressure is not the enemy. And I knew that this morning. I told my wife because even she said it. She's like, "Ain't you supposed to be on your podcast this morning?" And I was like, "Man, Seafood's holding it down. He's got it, babe." I said, "But I want to be on there with him so bad because yeah, I enjoy your presence, bro. Like just straight up,
Mm,
man. And the feeling's mutual. If you went, I don't know who some of your favorite groups are, but I know you and Melody went to a concert that she
Not yet.
she
Not
and
yet. It's happening. It's happening.
it's happening. Okay. I know you had told me about that, but
It's
it
it's her it's her thing, right? John Mellencamp. Um,
John Cougar Mellencamp, bro, you don't what do
yeah,
you
yeah.
know about John Cougar Mellencamp? I
So
know a
but
lot about John Cougar.
right, but what happened is she she's been like to 28 of his concerts or whatnot. And so
Wow.
she's the one she bought me the ticket and she goes,
Yeah,
"I'm taking you."
that's
Right.
good,
I'm like,
man.
"Oh,
That's good.
okay, I'm in. I'm in." Listen,
That's good.
um, I've been to so many incredible concerts myself, and there's nothing like the vibe
Right.
that you get at a live concert.
Nothing.
Nothing.
My
You
ears are ringing right now. I could barely hear you.
what?
I'm
I'm just
serious.
kidding. So, um, oh my gosh, so many incredible people. Um, it's it's really interesting when you see an artist in concert and do you know Al Jarreau?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite.
Oh my God,
We're in this love
I saw
together.
him in person, man. I gotta tell
Oh
you,
man.
it was jamming. And I saw him in New York City in
Mm,
downtown, and it was at the Navy Yards and stuff. It was phenomenal. It was
yeah,
phenomenal, you know.
yeah,
And
bro.
so,
Especially in New York City, man. Like you get the best of both worlds, seafood,
mm,
because there's nothing like just for me. You know, some people they dislike New York City. I understand. Me, that's God made a lot of cities, you know, through man developing and all that good stuff, right? But there's something special about New York, man. And all the artists want to come to New York. It's like, yo, I have to go to New York. If you're an artist, you gotta have New York on your bill. Like it has to be. And from the pressure standpoint, you know, whether we want to call these artists leaders or not, they're leading a lot of people. They have an audience of people.
mm.
People love John Cougar Mellencamp. I do. Like I can't even say John Mellencamp. Like I can only say John Cougar Mellencamp. You know, 'cause it's just a phenomenal name. Shout out to Melody, man. And he's got great music. He's got a lot of. You're gonna feel that vibe when you all go. Trust me. You'll feel
Oh,
that.
trust me, we listened to it in the car, man.
Right, right. And Al Jarreau, that's one of my mother's favorite
Oh my
artists. You know, I grew up as a little
And the
kid.
fact that he can bebop back in the day
Yeah.
before bebop was popular. Hello.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
He's one of the
Man.
pioneers, bro.
Yeah,
Al
absolutely. I
he
love when he bebop, man. Oh my
yes.
goodness. Oh
Al
my goodness.
Jarreau, he inspired Bobby McFerrin.
Mm,
He inspired so many artists today. Jill Scott, because Jill Scott
mm,
throws
mm.
bebop in her sets. But listen, man, pressure builds leaders. You all out there. Shout out to Teddy Scott. I saw your comment, Teddy, man. If you really want to be with us, Teddy, which I know
Well,
you do,
here's the cool thing about what he said, right? He wants to be with us, but you don't have to travel if for the
right?
August 21st. This is you do it in your house. So
Yeah,
there's
that's the
two
virtual.
price points, right? I'm going to tell everybody what it is. You go to the website, you're going to see it. It's $47. You join us from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m.
Mhm.
Done. You're going to take notes. You're going to learn a lot. It's going to be incredible. But if you
Yeah.
want the VIP experience, it's $97. And you know what you get? You get the recordings
Hmm.
so you can go back and look and do whatever you want with them. But the cool thing is that we're going to go into a separate area afterwards for a mastermind. It's an
Yes.
hour and a half after the 3:30, probably 3:45. We're going to go for another hour and a half in a different venue where you're not just going to be listening to all of us speakers, but then you're going to be part of the group. You're going to be in the room with us,
Hmm.
right? Virtually, but you're going to be in the room with us. So that's the benefit. It's going to be an hour and a half of that. It's a different venue. It's going to be a different atmosphere. And I got to tell you, it's going to be powerful.
Yeah. Would love to have you there, man. And there's someone else in this chat, Sifu, if I may.
Here we go.
Shout out to my little brother, my brother, Browning Sanderson.
Mm,
Browning Sanderson, man. I love you, bro. Like sometimes, and please believe me when I tell you, Browning, when we're doing these streams and these lives, man, sometimes we don't see everybody in the chat, right?
no,
And I know you were on with us last weekend, and I failed to mention you and shout you out, man, and tell the good people out there how amazing you are, bro. Like you talk about pressure building leaders and making leaders. Brown and Sanderson, if that's in the dictionary and you turn to it, his picture's there because I saw him experience that at Officer Candidate School. He is a United States Marine, one of the best Marines I ever freaking had the privilege of training with. He was also a student um, down in East Carolina. You know, the Pirates. You know, he would come to Chapel Hill with me all the time and hang out. You know, and it meant so much. Beautiful family, beautiful wife, children. We love you, brother, and you're a real leader, and that's why you come here. You come here to Unified Leadership because
That's it.
you know what real leadership really is, and it's something that Sifu and I have been blessed to come together with, that we really uh, enjoy and love, just to spread that love around the table. So if you can make it to Atlanta, bro, in September, great. If you can, August, the virtual, excuse me, would love to have you with us, brother. You're a special human being, bro. Like, I'll never forget seeing you on crutches out on Brownfield, which is the parade deck where we would practice the drill and do our ceremonial. And I remember Brownie telling me, I with my leg injury, I cannot continue to train. And man, I that's a moment in my career that I'll never forget. Probably one of the most heartfelt moments in my career, to know that he could not continue on, with his dream of, officer candidate school at the time. He was an enlisted Marine, going from enlisted to officer, the best Marine in our platoon,
Mm.
leading the platoon, actually going through boot camp, but leading because of his experience as an enlisted Marine. Uh, Suffered a severe knee injury that changed his life. It really did. It changed the whole trajectory of his career moving forward. So, but I just remember him standing on those crutches, and I was like, man, what are you doing over here? What are you
Yeah.
doing? Ah, blah, blah, blah. We had that heart to heart in that moment. And quit is not in our vocabulary. It's really
What
not.
does that mean?
Yeah. What is, you already know, Seafood. It's just not in the vocabulary. And
Not
I
at all.
remember going and talking to the Sergeant Major. Sergeant
Mm.
Major Jason Ruff, shout out to him. And man, I begged Sergeant Major to keep Browning, because he had already completed majority of the things necessary. It was just a few things left on the table, and Sergeant Major was like, no, 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 Clay. He can't continue on training. So, but just to
Mm.
see his resilience, man, to see
Yeah.
how he handled that, like when something you love near and dear is taken away, you talking about real pressure and how you're
Yeah.
going to
Big
respond to
pressure.
that, bro.
Yeah.
And he
That's big
responded.
pressure.
So shout out to you, brother. Shout out to
Yeah,
you.
definitely. Thank you for sharing that light also.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, and you talked about would love to have everybody join us, not only on the virtual, right? Because we're doing the virtual August 21st.
Yeah,
And listen, you could be in your PJs, right? You can be having your cup of coffee. You could be doing whatever it is you're doing, right? Um, and the good thing is you could be anywhere in the world. I spoke with somebody yesterday. They said, "Oh, I'm going to be uh, I spoke to a guy who lives in New York, and I said, "Oh, you should do it." He goes, "Oh, I'm going to be in Maui." I said, "So?" I said, "You're going to be in Maui? They don't have internet?" I said, "You can join us." He goes, "Oh, I didn't think of it that way." He goes, "I might be on the surf." I said, "So bring a waterproof phone."
that's crazy.
So, I'm like, I'm saying there's no excuses, right? Why somebody can't join us. And I get it. If he's having a day at the surf, because he's going to be on a surfboard, I want him to be safe while he's having fun. But I said, if you can even join us for an hour,
Yeah,
it's worth the $47. It's so worth it, even for
yes,
1 hour. But you're going to get 7 hours. And if you want to be in person, listen, just to be in the presence of Coach Theo Clay,
Come
It's a
on,
blessing.
bro.
Come on, man. So let me share this with everybody. Take a look, everybody.
The city never sleeps, and neither do the dreamers who build its pulse. From every corner of the globe they come. Visionaries, creators, leaders, each carrying a spark ready to ignite the world. This is not an event. It's a revolution of rhythm and reason. A symphony of minds. A movement of momentum. Sifu Rafael, Lancelot, Jose Escobar. Together they set the stage for brilliance. This is the NYC Experience Mastermind. Light up the city. They coming from the east, coming from the west. Knowledge on deck, put the truth to the test. Leaders in motion, hearts in sync, dropping wisdom so deep it'll make you think. They bring stories, sweat and flame, different faces, one shared name. Elevation, that's the sound. NYC Experience Mastermind, where purpose is found.
Woo!
It's good music.
I gotta tell you, man.
It's good
That's-
music.
that's-
dog.
That's
Man,
hot.
I
I
have a
share one
question.
more thing. I'm going to share one more thing. Ready?
Okay.
This is us inviting people to Atlanta.
We are here in Tampa, Florida for the NYC Mastermind Experience. It was an absolutely epic weekend.
This was our fifth one, the sixth one.
Coming up in hot Atlanta, that's right, Atlanta, Georgia, and our host, the great T.O. Clay.
Hey, you don't want to miss it. Come September, the new Hollywood of the South, ATL, baby. Make sure from NY to Tampa to Atlanta, Georgia. Can't wait to see you there. Peace.
Light up the city, every rise tonight. Every speaker bringing down in that fire, that light. No fronting, no fear, just truth on the mic. It's the NYC life, we unite, light up.
Yeah, man.
Man. Yeah, that's it.
Exciting, exciting.
Those are good times, man. I just love seeing the reflection, man, of reality. You know, every snapshot of that second video down in Tampa, I saw it with my own eyes. But to feel that vibe is a whole different presence, man. So, man, I'm so excited, man. God is so good. Thank you, Sifu, once again, bro, just for from that moment in Philly till now. I'm gonna always thank you, man, because it's not easy. For one, it's truly not easy what you do.
Mm.
For two, it's you don't have to do what you do. But I'm just forever grateful. I was thinking about you yesterday. I said, man, Sifu's up in New York, man. New York City is lit right now with them New York Knicks. Boy, like,
Let's go, Knicks. Let's
oh
go.
my goodness.
My
Yeah,
goodness. It is hot.
I know it's lit up there, man. And it's time, bro. You know, a whole nother topic. But I wanted to say, shout out to Louis Alicio, man. Alicio
Yeah.
put a comment in the chat. And he's talking about being a music lover. And he said a
I'm gonna
group.
put it up here.
Yeah. So my wife and Alicio put it in the chat. We got a few minutes. My wife had on an AC/DC shirt. It's probably about 2 months ago. Even if that. And I was
I'm going to
like,
talk
"Man,
about the AC/DC movie as well.
okay." I said, hey babe, that's a nice shirt. And she's like, oh, you like my shirt? I was like, yeah, AC/DC. And she was like, yeah. And I said, you know what it stands for, right? And she was like, no. I said, I was always told as a kid, coming up through, teen years, against Christ, devil, child.
Mm.
I don't
I know that.
I don't know if that's the truth. Alicio would know, maybe, most likely. But my wife, she was like, really? And I was like, that's just what someone said. I don't know if that's the actual 100% bona fide truth, but it could be all for Christ, divine child.
There you go.
You know?
I like that better.
I don't know.
That sounds better to me, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but like I say, I love listening to their music, Axl Rose and just so many artists out there, man. That music, it has. Someone said a couple days ago, I saw a comment that said that music does not touch the spirit at all, and you should be able to listen to music and it not touch the spirit and all that good stuff. But I had to disagree with that one. Yeah,
I feel it, man.
yeah, music touches the spirit, bro. Um,
My
so
body
yeah,
doesn't know why, but it has to move when I listen to music.
like that right there, it'll be stuck in my head all day. Sifu Rafael, let's a lot. That's whew, man, that's
So
special.
I'm gonna let me see if it's here. Did it come in? Because I added it. Oh, let me see. Acoustic, no dance. Did not come in. It was too large for the song that I had to pop in. So, but I'll
Okay,
do it for next week. I'll put the
okay,
song that I want to use during our, and I shared it with you. I send it
yeah,
through. What'd you
yeah.
think?
Man, I listened to all of them, and again, it's like unified leadership. It was that one, I'll see which one because I. But again, I sort of like what we talked about last week. What do the people think? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
That's
Because
it.
it's unified. So maybe
Yeah.
they like, hey, this one or whatever. I think it'd be something cool to do.
I send an email with the one that I want to use, right?
Yes,
Or,
yes,
so the email, and then I said I want feedback because if somebody says I hate it absolutely, then why would I want to use it? I
that's
wouldn't want
right.
to use it. If I
That's right.
like it, that's cool. I can listen to it by myself. But if I'm going to share with somebody who's one of the speakers at our event and they absolutely hate it, then it wouldn't be fair for us to put it, even though you and I may like it, but
Right.
it's unified. Isn't that what it's about, right?
That's what it's about, bro. Shout out to
Yeah.
Daniel Pewter, man. Shout out to
Oh my
Daniel
goodness.
Pewter,
Yeah.
because man, I can't wait because he acknowledged again. He's like, man, I want to come on Unified Leadership with you guys.
Let's go.
He's a creative, so he's like, oh man, there's some other things we could do that'd be real cool and stream it here. And he talked about Dr. Oz or something, and I was like, Dr. Oz? And he's like,
Let's
yeah,
do it.
we'll talk later, we'll talk later. He's constantly go, go, go. But shout out to Dan, because man, he's just a good, humble spirit, bro. He really is.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I was working at the Ziegfeld movie theater, and the movie AC/DC came out. Now we had if the AC the movie came out, but the movie theater is no longer there. But it was a very famous theater, very famous. The Ziegfeld Follies came out of there, and all these different things, right? And it was a huge screen, speakers everywhere. They brought in 4 25-foot speakers, 25 feet tall. They put them on either end, two on top of each other. And it was so loud, we had to wear uh, plugs for our ears.
Wow.
And you could still not hear each other speak. So there was a guy that came in. There was guys that would come in with cigarette lighters and an aerosol can and shoot
Yeah.
up in the air. I'm like, oh, gee, you can't do that. We're in a movie theater. You can't do that. But they were like a little bit off, right? Everybody was either high or whatnot. And there was a guy who actually put his head into the speaker and he said, louder. So I went to the projectionist, right? And I said, this guy, it's so loud. How can we make it? He goes, if I go 1 decibel louder, I'll blow his eardrums.
Wow.
He said, I have it at 4. I
Mm.
have it at 4. If I even go to 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, I'll blow things out. He goes, those speakers are huge and powerful. He goes, I have it at 4, and 4 is the loudest I could possibly go without hurting people. He
Wow.
goes, if I go to 5, not only will his eardrums blow because he's right by the speaker, but everybody else will be in pain too.
Mm.
Wow, that's powerful. But there was a lot of incidents that happened during the AC/DC movie that should never have happened, but they did. That's a story for another day.
Is that the same theater
It
that
was on
Sylvester?
54th Street between 6th and 5th, 6th and Madison, something like that. 5th and Madison.
Is that the same
It was
one?
so many years ago.
You told me Sylvester Stallone came to?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Same
So many
theater?
celebrities. Paparazzi. That's the one where I used to take people into the private room and all that.
Cool.
Yeah, I used to take Eddie Murphy used to hang out there. Lots of celebrities, boxers used to come there. All
That's awesome.
John Travolta was there. I mean, listen, the list goes on and on. Anybody?
Louis Alicio, the
Yeah.
prosecution rests. Louis, what does it mean, Louis? ACDC. What does it stand for, bro?
Yeah, tell us
If
that.
you know,
Tell us
let
that.
us know, bro.
But yeah,
Man.
listen, it's really interesting when we can consider what we are doing.
Yeah.
What we're doing to bring people together, to unify leaders. We have, I'm going to go really quick through everybody. Take a look again, right? We have Lance, we have Renee, we have Stephen, we have Amy, we have Bethany, we have Dr. Kevin, we have Michael, we have, are you ready? Diane. And of course, we have Coach Theo and myself.
Yeah, bro.
And the
You know,
topics are going to be off the charts. And it's not going to be that typical summit that you go to and you have one speaker and then you got to wait for it's going to be all of us chiming in. All 10 of us are going to be chiming. That's it. That we have no space for anybody else. So anybody else wants to come, I'm sorry, you didn't act fast enough. But guess what? Here's the cool thing. We're going to have another one in December.
yeah, bro.
Right. So if
Yes.
you are a leadership speaker and you want to be with us, reach out. But don't just say, oh, I'm only going to come if I can speak. No, the real ones come even when they're not speaking.
That's right.
How many
Very
events have you
important.
been to that you haven't spoken at? How many events have I gone to that I haven't spoken at? It's
Many.
called support. It's called support and learning, right? There's a reason I go to an event. I go to an event because I want to learn. The second reason I go is because I want to support.
Yeah. And it's not always about speaking. It
No,
sometimes it's those attributes you just said, but it's not about speaking all the time. Sometimes it's, hey man, your presence.
that's
You
it.
know, sometimes your presence speaks
Connections.
louder than actually holding the microphone. Everybody's not a speaker, man. You know, I think we ran through that craze of everybody's a speaker now. Everybody's an influencer now. Everybody's got the best social media posts. And it's not true, bro. It's just not. It's alignment. That's what makes this unified summit so special. The individuals you just showed, every one of them are true leadership junkies, bro. Like straight up. Like I like using that terminology because you really have to love leadership on a whole nother level to really study it, to really evolve it, to stretch it, to move it forward. Um, we're all contributors, and that's why it's not just about speaking. So
Yeah. So here we go.
here we go. Drum roll. Supposedly the name came from
A
a song.
sewing machine. Huh.
Slang wise, with someone in the bisexual community. Okay.
All right. There you go. Put the
All
sewing
right.
machine. There you go.
Thank you.
I'll
Thank
put
you,
the sewing machine.
Alicio. Love you,
Appreciate it.
brother. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah.
So I think that the topic for next week, been thinking about it, and it's and I talked about it earlier before you jumped on, and I talked about creating followers or creating leaders.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a great topic for us to get into, and how um, Jesus Christ had so many followers, but he only had 12 leaders,
Yeah.
right?
That's dope. I like
So
that.
I was thinking about that, and I think that could be a powerful conversation we can have next week about followers versus leaders, right? We either, because as an influencer, you're just trying to influence people. You're not teaching anything. You're not helping them, right? But a leader, if you can create a leader, you're creating those that will lead others. And I think that's going to be powerful, because you, my friend, are an incredible leader. So I think, what do you think? Good topic for next week?
Oh, absolutely.
All
Every
right.
topic is just amazing, man. Today's topic, bro. Pressure. I mean, you could take that in so many different ways. Internal personal pressure, the external pressure that comes along with leading. You know, the pressure of just knowing, oh my God, bro, like these topics, man, like I said, and that's why, come August with the summit, when
Oof.
we have 10 topics on the table with that curated level of leadership, all hashing it out, for one common cause for those particular topics. You have no choice but to walk away a better leader. Like
Absolutely.
you literally will leave that day from the comfort of your own home a better leader. That's what it's about, bro.
Yeah, yeah. All right, everybody, listen up. Catch us again next week. But meanwhile, I'm going to put this as we wrap it up and let you know that you need to join us. What date? Come on, August 21st. Going across the bottom of the screen. I'm going to put our exit song on, and listen, join us. We'll be excited and delighted to have you as part of it. And for $97, what? You get everything. You get everything. So 2 Timothy 2.2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. All right, everybody. God bless. And we will talk to you guys next time.
Unify leadership. Let's move. Let's lead. Let's ride. Unify leadership.
Light that flame, turn it up loud, remember the name.